Now, TikTok has the best algorithm out there in terms of it discovering what you want and giving you exactly what you want. This forced the entire industry to follow suit. Now, the model that was being used, this is Spotify. I want to speak about Spotify in putting out music. Before this COVID period and TikTok blowing up, was something called one-to-all model. Now, when I say one-to-all, once they create their homepage, the Spotify homepage, and they put up maybe this playlist, hip hop playlist, R&B playlist, what playlist, this, they put that up and it is sent to everybody. Like everybody, any user of Spotify will be able to access the exact same information. It's the same way the way newspaper, print paper do. Let's say Standard or Nation or whatever. That is a one-to-all model. It is one newspaper, one headline, all of that information. So when that newspaper is supplied here in Nairobi, supplied in Kakamega, supplied in Mombasa, supplied in Narok, supplied in Marsabit, whoever picks that paper, the main page, front page, everybody is reading the same thing. Everybody is reading the same information. That is a one-to-all model. What TikTok does is a one-to-one model. Back to the newspaper example. Now, you are in a situation whereby for anybody who's going to pick up a newspaper, they're going to find information that they want. In terms of, for me who am into politics, my front page will be Sifuna and Ruto. My friend who is into sports, front page will be AFC versus Shabana, or AFC versus Gor Mahia, or Gor Mahia versus Muranga at the front page. Another person who is into entertainment, at the front will be Brooklyn Boys versus Toxic Lyrical. So that is what means a one-to-one model. So what happens is this. Spotify has now to change its model from a one-to-all model to a one-to-one model. So now anybody opening their Spotify, they will get whatever they want, the music that they are into. Now, people will say, now this is beautiful because I will now get the type of music I want. So you would think. But this is where the problem comes in. Now, in this situation, this is what happens. Old music that is already on the platform, that has been on the platform for a long time, already has more data to it. It has been here for a long time. For example, you have stayed with somebody for 1 year. You know what food he likes or she likes. You know what clothes they like to wear. You know what shoe they prefer. You know how they fold their clothes. You know how frequent they take a shower. So therefore, it is easier to describe this. If somebody out there asks you, oh, what do you think about this guy? It's easier for you to describe to them that person. But for a person who has just moved in a day ago, you do not have enough information about that person. Therefore, if somebody asks you about that person outside, you do not have enough information to speak about that person. So the same happens with music on the platform during the one-to-one model. Old songs have more information with it. Spotify has enough data on that song to know which type of person likes this song. How frequent do they listen to this song? What time do they prefer listening to this song? Now that is where it gets interesting. Now, new music, it doesn't have enough information yet. Therefore, there is a lot of gambling in terms of, will they like this? Won't they like this? Will they? So therefore, the playlisting of new music becomes a bit problematic. So therefore, new music is not automatically pushed out by the algorithm to people as easier as old music will be pushed to them. So this causes a ripple in the system in terms of people will now easily consume old music than they consume new music. New music is not easily recommended. Old music would be easily recommended. And this is what happens to a normal listener. For example, if you're having a party, people would easily listen to a song they know than gamble with a song they do not know yet. So it's easier for somebody to play the same songs because they know that song than it is for them to play a new song. So the algorithm functions the same way. It will recommend old music more than the new music. That is also part of the problem of why new music is suffering right now. The one-to-one model. I do not have a solution on this fix. But there needs to be a change in terms of how the algorithm operates and how new music is going to be recommended more to people so that they can be able to listen to that type of music. I'm sure with AI right now, with these music platforms such as Spotify incorporating AI in their platform, it's going to be tweaked to at least be better. Than what is right now. Because whatever is right now is not giving a platform or a space for new music to prosper. And we know with arts or anything creative, this is a young man's game. So if a young man does not have the ability to grow, or they're not able to see what they are doing come into fruition, then they will not feel the urge to do it anymore. And if the young people are not doing music anymore, music will be at a bad spot, because we won't listen to the same music forever in our lives. You'll need something new to make you feel better. So that is also something very interesting with Spotify. And just the model on what the damage that was done in the COVID period and TikTok.